Good afternoon, everyone, dear students. Today's class we are going to learn about once again how France becomes a constitutional monarch. How France becomes a constitutional monarch. See, dear students, in the previous class we learned about the National Assembly completed the draft of the Constitution in 1791. So the process it was completed in 1791 by the National Assembly. Okay. See here, what was the main object of the Constitution? See, we came to know that the main object was to limit the powers of the monarch. Limit the so this constitution which was drafted by National Assembly in 1791. The main aim of this constitution that was to limit power of monarch. So it was the prime object that was to limit the powers of the monarch. See, these powers instead of being concentrated in the other, so we know that actually the complete powers in the monarch, so it's being concentrated in the hands of one person, that was about the king. So instead of in the hands of one person, were now separated and assigned to different institutions. That means the power of the state, the power of the government, so it was separated and assigned to different institutions. So such as the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. So the power of the government or the power of the state, so it was separated and it was assigned to different institutions such as the legislature, executive and the judiciary. See, this made France a constitutional monarchy. This made France a constitutional monarchy. So here, the Constitution of 1791, which was written or drafted by the National Assembly, vested the power to make laws in the National Assembly, which was indirectly elected. So that is, citizens voted for a group of electors. So this is what the process. So the citizens, so they were voted for a group of electors, and who in turn choose the assembly. So not all citizens. So please, that is also you have to keep it in our mind. So citizens means that is not going to cover all the men and women of the France. So here, the right to suffrage or the right to vote provided only men about 25 years age. So ಯಾರಿಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ right to vote. So only men of about 25 years age. So whether, then again don't get confusion whether in the France country about 25 years all men, whether they were having no dear students. See here again, only men about 25 years of age who paid taxes equal to at least 3 days of labor's wage. Those who are paying tax, ಯಾರು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಟ್ತಾರ, ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 3 days ಆಫ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ವೇಜ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ವರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್, ಸೊ 3 days of wages, this minimum, and those citizens, they were used to call as active citizens. They were used to call as active citizens. For others, so the right to vote was denied. So dear students, the remaining men and all women, they were classed as passive citizens. So only the men, those who are actually the active passive, the active, I'm sorry, active citizens, those who are considered as active citizens. To whom they were considered as active citizens? So only the men above 25 years and those who are paying taxes, that is at least 3 days of wages, and others, so they were considered as a passive citizens, and even including the women also. To qualify as an elector and then as a member of the assembly, a man had to belong to the highest bracket of taxpayers, only for the taxpayers. So it was very clear that, so during this time, the constitution of 1791, which was called as the constitutional monarchy, so that was actually extended right to vote only for the taxpayers. The constitution began with a declaration of the rights of man and citizen. The constitution of 1791, so it was began with a declaration of the rights of man and citizens. Rights such as the right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, and equality before law. So they were all established as natural and inalienable rights. But unfortunately, dear students, here one thing we have to see, that only those who are belonged to each human being, especially by birth, could not be taken up. It was the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural rights. So especially they were considered only the men. So that's what it was began with, the declaration of rights of man and citizen. So to know more about the declaration of rights of man and citizen, so please refer your history textbook of page number 11. Getting now, so in this way France becomes a constitutional monarchy. Are you getting, dear students? So the next, what happened? So how France abolishes monarchy and becomes a republic. Of course, dear students, now the monarchical type government, it was actually turned or changed into the constitutional monarchy. Again, how this monarchy completely abolishes in France, and the France, it was becomes a republic nation. The situation in France continued to be tense during the following years. So even though Louis XVI had signed the constitution, he entered into secret negotiations with the King of Prussia. Even though King Louis XVI had signed the constitution, and the same time he entered into secret negotiations with the King of Prussia. Rulers of other neighboring countries too, they were worried about whatever the developments in France and made plans to send troops to put down the events that had been taking place there since the summer of 1789. So all are worried about the development of the France. So before this could happen, the National Assembly voted in April 1792 to declare war against Prussia and Austria. The National Assembly. So we all knows about the National Assembly. Okay, so this National Assembly actually decided to declare war against Prussia and Austria in the month of April 1792. So Assembly voted and planned. Thousands of volunteers crossed from the provinces to join the army. So they saw this as a war of the people against kings. And even this was a war against aristocracies all over Europe. All over Europe. So among the patriotic songs they sang was Marseillaise, composed by the poet Robert de L'Isle, Roget de L'Isle. So it was sung for the first time by volunteers from the Marseilles as they marched into Paris and so got its name. The Marseillaise is now the national anthem of the present France country also. The revolutionary wars brought losses and economic difficulties to the people. It was completely brought losses and economic difficulties to the people. While the men were away fighting at the front, women were left to cope with the task of earning a living and looking after their families. So actually they were facing both the challenges. They used to be hard also and to look after their own families also. See, the role of the woman during this period really it's too difficult. They were played as well as they used to look after their own families, and even so there was the task of earning or living. Large sections of the population were convinced that the revolution had to be carried further as the constitution of 1791 gave. So we knows that. So the right to vote actually provided for only the richer sections of the society. That means those who are paying tax, and they were completely denied the common people and as well as the women also. See, here there were the different political clubs became an important rallying point for people who wished to discuss government policies and plan their own forms of action also. So the most successful of these clubs was that of the Jacobins. ನೆನಪಿರ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ನಾವು ಜಾಕೋಬಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಈ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗಳು ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂತಹದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಜಾಕೋಬಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ the name of the club which got its name from the former convent of Saint Jacobin in Paris. So already we knows that the role of the Maximilien Robespierre especially during this time. So this ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿದನ್ನ ಜಾಕೋಬಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is actually the name of the one of the former convent of Saint Jacob in Paris. So ಅವರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಕೋಬಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಅಂತ. Women too who had been active throughout this period. Even the women also they were so active during this period. So even though women they were formed their own political clubs, and also they were conducted so many activities, and even they were demanded so and so things also. The members of the Jacobin club belonged mainly to the less prosperous sections of the society. So here, the most of the members, those who are became or those who are joined the Jacobin clubs, so mainly they were belongs to the less prosperous sections of the society. Less prosperous sections of society. They included small keepers, I mean the small shopkeepers, artisans such as even the shoemaker, pastry cooks, watchmakers, printers, and as well as the servants also, and daily wage workers. See, their leader, we all of knows that Maximilian Robespierre. A large group among the Jacobins decided to start wearing long striped trousers similar to those worn by dock workers. So this was to set themselves apart from the fashionable sections of society. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಅವರದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಜಾಕೋಬಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಉಡುಗೆಯನ್ನು ತೊಡುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸೊ themselves they were used to show apart from the fashionable section of society, especially nobles who wore knee breeches. So it was a way of proclaiming the end of the power wielded by the wearers of knee breeches by wearing the clothes. So these Jacobins came to be known as the Sans-Culottes. Sans-Culottes, that means those without knee breeches. Those without knee breeches. Sans-Culottes men wore in addition the red cap. There were addition extra the red cap also. So that red cap symbolized liberty. Then what about women? So here, dear students, women, however, were not allowed to do so. Women, they were not allowed to do so. In the summer of 1792, the Jacobins planned an insurrection of a large number of Parisians who were angered by the short supplies and high prices of food. On the morning of August 10th, so on the morning of August 10th in 1792, they stormed the palace of the Tuileries, massacred the king's guards, ಹತ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, and held the king himself a hostage for several hours. ಹಲವು ಗಂಟೆಗಳ ತನಕ ರಾಜನನ್ನ ಅವರು ಬಂಧಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Later, the assembly voted to imprison the royal family. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ರಾಯಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯನ್ನ ಸೊ ಬಂದಿಖಾನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ವೋಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್, ನಂತರ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. From now on, all men of 21 years and above, regardless of wealth, they got the right to. So during this election, so which was conducted afterwards, here in this election, so all are allowed to cast their vote, especially, then again please keep in your mind, except women. All are men, all men of 21 years old or 21 years and above 21 years, whether those who are paying any taxes or those who were not paying any taxes, so regardless of their wealth, so they got the right to vote. See, the newly elected assembly that was called the convention on the 21st September 1792. Getting now. So, on the 21st September 1792, so the first convention of this elected assembly was called. And it was abolished the monarchy and declared the France a republic. So, please note this point, dear students. So, when the newly elected assembly was called the convention on the 21st September 1792, so it abolished the monarchy completely and declared France a republic country. As you know, a republic is a form of government where the people elect the government, including the head of the government. That's what we used to call as a republican system of the government. So there is no hereditary monarchy. There is no hereditary monarchy. Then what about the condition of the Louis XVI? So year afterwards, what happened? So Louis XVI was sentenced to death by a court on the charge of treason. ಆತನ ಮೇಲೆ ದೇಶದ್ರೋಹದ ಆಪಾದನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊರಿಸಿ on 21st January 1793, Louis XVI was executed publicly at the place of De La Concord. ಡಿ ಲಾ ಕಾನ್ಕರ್ಡ್ ಎಂಬಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಆತನ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕವಾಗಿ ಗಲ್ಲಿಗೇರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. The same, the Queen Mary Antoinette met with the same fate shortly after. ಅದಾದ ಕೆಲವೇ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಣಿ ಮೇರಿ ಅಂಟಾಯ್ನೆಟ್ ಆಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸಹ ಅವರು ನೇಣುಗಂಬಕ್ಕೇರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. So in this way, dear students, in France, completely the monarchy it was abolished, and the France it was declared as a republic. The next class we are going to discuss about the reign of terror. Reign of terror. Thank you. Have a nice day.